Talk here. The past few years, we have seen a concerning uptick in self-harm, suicide, domestic abuse, and hate crime cases all around. But in Orange County, especially among teens, and during the pandemic, it has gotten worse. By the way, there are folks working to try and reverse some of those trends. They're trying to help. The Orange County Community Foundation is facilitating another Love is Giving Day. It basically is a collaboration of 8 local nonprofits committed to supporting and empowering residents, teens, elderly people, the forgotten often. Joining us this morning are 3 of the leaders working together to bring awareness to this cause. Let me do the introductions. Kathleen Otero is back with us. She's, of course, from the Orange County Community Foundation. Nice to see you again, Kathleen. We have Mark Lee, who is with Women's Transitional Living Center. Nice to see you, Mark. And Lisa Fujimoto, CEO and Executive Director of the Priority Center. What a delight to have you all. And why don't we start with you, Kathleen, right off the bat. You heard, and you know this better than I, it has been a tough time for at-risk people. And that it seems as though the people falling under that category has increased dramatically.
It has. This pandemic has only highlighted the need for and attention to resources to support mental health services for teens and awareness of the issues that they face. And the Orange County Community Foundation is proud to host the Love is Giving Day campaign, which is aimed at raising $100,000 for local Orange County nonprofits committed to supporting, educating, and empowering teens.
Okay, so let's dig in with Mark from the Women's Transitional Living Center. Mark, the work you do, give us an idea of what it is like for the people that you're serving and what kind of services you provide them.
Well, we are the oldest domestic violence service provider in Orange County and the 3rd oldest in the United States. So we have a long history of providing our intervention services. But at WTLC, our vision is to really end the cycle of violence, and we could only do that by helping to prevent it from happening in the first place. So by teaching teens about healthy relationships, it's not only important to help someone who may be in a toxic situation right now, but they carry that knowledge when they get older.
No, that's a very important thing, and in fact, I want to talk to you more about what some of those risks are for young people, particularly in domestic abuse. But let me ask Lisa. You know, obviously, anyone in that cycle of abuse, right? That breaking that cycle is such a key part of the work you're doing.
Yes. Our focus is to really end the generational cycle of trauma, and that includes abuse, but it also includes our focus is on really preventing trauma. And we do that through our suicide prevention programs, our crisis intervention, and our work in mental health. So we don't just work in child abuse prevention, but in all areas of mental health. And that's really important. And we reach about 7,000 individuals a year throughout Orange County.
Lisa, you've seen that number dramatically uptick, haven't you? I mean, we've felt it in the news. You look at the headlines, and there are people in distress committing acts of violence and people in distress leading police on chases. I mean, we see it.
Yes, absolutely. 1 in 5 teens in Orange County grapple with mental health issues. And we saw an uptick during this pandemic of 30% of teens thinking about suicide in high school. And we've seen an increase. We've seen an increase between 10 and 24-year-olds of about 30% across the country, and 10% actually taking on and moving beyond suicidal ideation, which is tragic.
It's tragic, and Mark, and I see you shaking your head too, because I know the pain of it is palpable for you all that are in this work and in this space. And Mark, I know the challenge also is helping teens understand that help is there, because oftentimes we think domestic abuse, we think of the little kids, we think of women, and those populations are at risk, but the teens sometimes get caught in the middle.
Definitely. You know, Michaela, as the internet and social media and even the impact from influencers are getting more entrenched into our daily lives, that's really the case for teens. And although there's a lot of great information and resources out there. In the same token, there's a lot of misinformation. So that's why we need to just counterbalance that and have teens be in programs such as our Teen Empowerment Program, which is a psychoeducational course where we not only educate and inform teens about the signs of abuse and the red flags, but there's this empowerment component where we help build their self-esteem and confidence.
See, that's the thing, Kathleen, that I think helps people is when you think about a day like this, this is love, right? Yeah, there's services, yeah, there are resources, but this is love. And as an umbrella organization, that's what you're trying to make sure to do is let people know that these services in a time of need, which is dire right now, these services are available.
That's right, Michaela. Giving is an act of love into itself. And it's no coincidence that our Love is Giving Day is hosted during Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month, because in addition to attempting to raise funds for these incredible nonprofits doing amazing work, our hope is to also reach youth themselves directly, to challenge them to redefine what love is, what love means to them, and in doing so, help them recognize their own inherent value, and that it's important for them to connect with us, to connect with the community that is here to support them.
I love that so much. Lisa, what is it that keeps you going? Because, you know, the data can get you down, the outcomes are challenging, the risks are high, the rewards are slim. What keeps you going?
You know, I've been doing this for 35 years, Michaela, and what keeps me going is the incredible work of my team, my staff, who get up every day and are committed to changing lives, to helping others, to sharing light and hope and saying you're not alone and we're here to help you and to share the love. And that is what it's all about.
That's powerful.
That you are never alone.
Mark, the idea of you're not alone, I know that probably keeps you going, but what's the gas in your tank?
It's also just knowing that this is such a critical issue, and you know, 1 out of 3 teens that we serve who are in a relationship report being in a toxic one. That's a whole lot of teens. And in addition to that, any child or teen who grows up in a household where domestic violence is prevalent, they're also at a higher risk of being in a domestic violence situation. So that's why we need to outreach and get to as many teens as possible to teach them about healthy relationships.
All right. Well, Kathleen, we're going to make sure to put the information on our link, by the way, on our website. If you'd like to participate in Giving Day, the link is right there. It's one of those bit.ly ones. We'll make sure to link to it on our website. But thank you so much to all of you, the voices that we had here, Lisa, Mark, and Kathleen. Love is really palpable in Orange County. Thank you so much. Up next, it's Tuesday. TikTok Tuesday's coming your way. Amanda's going to chat with a woman who went viral because